I'm so excited. Dawn Ziegler here, the rebuilding coach. And today I want to talk about a topic that I've been thinking about a bunch lately, unconditional love. So I have a poll set up here if you guys want to answer it, but you can do it now or later. It's, do you think you'd love anybody unconditionally? Like your kids, your pet, or yourself? So when I first started hearing about unconditional love, I was probably in church. So I grew up going to church and I heard the phrase and I was like, this unconditional love thing sounds pretty good, right? Like, God loves you so much, no matter what you do, you're loved, right? And so when I was a teenager, it was just kind of like, kind of a blah, 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 yeah, whatever. And then I had kids, and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally understand unconditional love. Um, in fact, I think that that is probably the thing that happened in my life the most to understand love that deep. And so if you're a parent, yes, there certainly are parents that love their kids conditionally, right? But I think for myself and the people that I know, I mean, my kids do things that annoy the living shit out of me, but have I ever thought to myself, I don't love my kid? No, never. So it's like you might have a kid that just say it's something not really that major. They get a bad grade. Have you ever thought to yourself, like, you got a D, no more love for you? Of course not. Or maybe they do something worse, like they crash the car. I mean, you probably have never decided not to love your kid. Like I said, yes, there are some parents that do that. Like they might say, well, you know, they act unloving if the kid doesn't go to the right college or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. But for intents and purposes of this little chat, we'll say that parents probably love their kids unconditionally and pets. So really all it means is that you love something without conditions. Okay. So the kids or the pet or whatever doesn't have to do anything to earn your love. It's just there. So I thought, like, well, yeah, of course. But then I asked myself, do I love myself unconditionally? So I was like, well, that's an interesting question. Or have you ever had the thought something like, well, if I just lost 10 pounds, or if I just made more money, or if I didn't gossip so much, or whatever it happened to be, right? And I thought, oh my gosh, that's true because it's so easy to love yourself when you're doing everything that makes you happy, right? So when you're doing, and that's so easy when you're being a good partner or you're being a good friend or you're being a good employee, that's easy. But really the question is, can you do for yourself what you do for your kids or your pets when they just ate your shoes? So for example, can you do something where you are maybe not happy with the way that you acted, and can you still love yourself? That's the question. Or do you love yourself conditionally? So I would say that since we're human, we definitely don't love ourselves unconditionally. We put a lot of conditions on whether or not we like ourselves, and it has a huge effect too. Because if you're thinking something about yourself that you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you haven't earned love or whatever, like that makes you feel a certain way, which definitely translates into relationships and emotional baggage, which is unprocessed emotions. So, really, this is going to be a really, really quick Facebook Live. All I wanted to do was kind of plant the seed in your head. Think of a time when you did love unconditionally, and then think about how you love yourself. It's a good one. So, and you might even want to write about it too. So, my name's Dawn Ziegler. I'm the rebuilding coach. And if you think you're having problems in a relationship because of emotional baggage and even something that is from not really loving yourself too much, head over to my site, therebuildingcoach.com. I would love to coach you.